Okay, she's still hotter than fire. But I've made a cut right there because I knew that that's where I would be cutting this to kind of give it a bit of shape. But that is I'm 99.9% sure of a successful forge weld. Now the trick to a successful forge weld is grab your thing, okay? And for any of you smokers out there, I'm not wearing a glove, so it's kind of hot. Let me just get this figured out here. For any of you smokers out there, this next bit of the forge weld is a 6 minute. It's 6 minutes. And what you do is you cook that sucker. Okay, so watch the flames fire out when you light this sucker. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3 burners. Okay, so 6 minutes. 6 minutes in the oven or in the forge. The Mighty Forge, Lauren Baker's Mighty Forge. 6 minutes is what I go with after my first forge weld, and I've got most of the flux out of it. It kind of went all over the place. Had a big chunk there and some stuff. I hit it with 2 different hammers. I hit it with my bigger hammer with this end just around the eye. I couldn't video that. Things happen quick if you don't have a camera crew. And then where did my little Chinese hammer go? Gotta have a little Chinese hammer. You gotta show your Sport Princess Auto. But oh, there it is. I dropped it on the floor. And I hit her with my China because my China really likes to gently get the flux out, the iron. And it's only a 2-pounder. And yeah, it was about a $7 hammer. And to be quite honest with you, there ain't nothing wrong with that hammer. That's a good hammer. Some guys buy hammers just for the steel because sledgehammer steel is decent. Really high-end hammers are really, really, really good steel. Just like the top plate of this anvil. Like the top plate of this anvil is some of the best tool steel you can buy. A lot of guys complain about the JHM competitor having a really thin heel. But they always talk about how quiet it is. You know, how quiet the anvil is. Well, I'll tell you what. I've made this anvil so quiet. Like that hammer is what's making the noise. We can switch her up to a different hammer. Let's switch her up to an all steel hammer. Like that's glue with every board, screws with every board. That's silicone underneath the JMH or JHM competitor. The chains add a huge silencer. I've done a video on this. Like my horn is quiet, man. And I even got, my mom bought me this crazy biker chain years ago. And whatever, it was a gift. I never wore it. I work in construction. They don't really like to have jewelry. I even wear a rubber wedding ring. They don't like you having any jewelry on. And like my mom died years ago, and I loved her. She was crazier than hell. She was funnier than hell too. We were actually friends at the end. We weren't. I was kind of more in charge than she was. One of the reasons I'm making this video is so I can judge how long I'm in the forge for, and I'm at 4 minutes and 25 seconds. And anyway, but some guy made a comment on learning how to forge about the rosary that I keep on my press. And the story's simple. My mother was a Roman Catholic, devout. She prayed her beads every night. And my dad was a Church of England, a Saxon. He Scandinavian, redheaded, blue-eyed. My sister got the same trait. I got the same trait. And then my brother with blonde hair and blue eyes. So he's the only lucky son of a gun that actually tans in the summer. I burn. And that's what brings me to, the Viking heritage. Got lots of Viking tattoos. I'm not saying that I'm a Viking, but if you look at my profile picture on Facebook, you'll think I am. At least a lot of people do. But okay, so we're at 5 minutes and 32 seconds, and we're still in the forge for the final heat. And this will make damn sure that the forge weld is successful. We got flames coming out the back of the forge, which is kind of weird. That means we got a lot of pressure going on in there. So you can see the flames coming out the back of the forge there. So I've actually caught this table on fire a few times, which I'm okay with, because when I'm doing this, I'm really watching everything. And okay, we're at 6 minutes, and we're gonna pull her out of the forge. And let's see if I can. I don't think I can flip this sucker around, and then you'll be able to see what a successful forge weld looks like. So if I can find my tongs, which are right here, and then I gotta blow the unit down, shut her off, the Lauren Baker Mighty Forge. Throwing that off, and then she's so glowing red hot right now that I'm really ecstatic. Very hot, very hot. So that's a successful forge weld right there, and I'm gonna hit it gently. I use my cutoff table for this, just because the eye, and I just want to make sure that there's no more flux in there. And yeah, there's pieces of flux coming out. So you want to really hit her. Just remember, when you're hitting her on this side, the anvil's getting her on the other side. So if it wasn't a successful forge weld, truth be known, this would have fallen apart already, like 100%. So we'll look at this side, and it's funny that the phone's still standing, which is kind of exciting. And that's because my anvil is so solid. This is actually proof of how solid my anvil is. I'd say winner, chicken dinner. We have got a successful forge weld inside. Successful on the sides, and she looks pretty good. I'm happy. Keep in mind this steel's so hot, she'll leave a mark on your hammer. And she'll shrink your gloves. So you got to be careful of the gloves you pick too. I've gone through a lot of gloves over the years, and I'll tell you, I love welding rebar. Two things. Because rebar gives you an extension and you're not working on anything. So actually, at this point right now, I'm actually going to throw this in the water. Not the oil. It ain't ready for oil. Because I know it's a successful forge weld. I'm going to let it cool. She's snap, crackling, and popping. And see what happens. You never know. Maybe the water will blow my forge weld apart. I don't know. We will see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe to my channel. Odin Forge Press, Red Man Ironworks. It's on there somewhere. Just keep searching. And like I said, I ain't no Big Bear Forge or nothing like that. I ain't no crazy guy. I'm just the guy in the garage that's trying to kill time. And I kill time with my best friend. And she's 9. She's 9. She got a bad hip. And I'd like to say that I rescued her, but the truth is she rescued me. Anyway, thank you and have a good day.